First Lady Jill Biden spent her morning in West Michigan not just highlighting some government programs, but making sure people in this swing state are assured that her husband is still the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee.
Political reporter Rick Albin was in Berry County today and has the details. Rick?
You know, Berry County has voted for the Republican presidential candidate with regularity. In 2008, it was 53-54, 2012, 58-40, 2016, almost 63 to almost 30. And in 2020, more than 65% of the voters in Berry County voted for Republican Donald Trump. So why come to a county that is not likely to be a pickup for Biden? Well, it's not about the county, but it's about the state. Our latest Epic MRI Wood TV poll, released on Saturday, but taken before last week's debate, shows that Trump leads Biden in all important swing states. And in this state, it's 49-45 in a head-to-head matchup. It's slightly less if the third-party candidates are factored in at 41-38. The First Lady sought to keep the Biden-Harris ticket on the radar by visiting and highlighting a federal summer meal program for children at Camp Manitoulin in Middleville. The program provides money for free meals and qualifying children during the summer months when they don't have those free school lunches. Biden said that's good for the kids and their educational development.
Summer should be a time of joy and freedom and of growing and learning outside the classroom. But for too many children, their summers are stolen by hunger.
After talking to participants and working the program, the First Lady headed next door to a summer camp that serves children of wounded service members and veterans. The idea is to show a connection with children and military families as this important race starts to enter the next crucial stage and a pivotal moment for the campaign. Right now, website 270 to win shows that there are a handful of states that will control the election of the next president of the United States. Michigan, as we have become accustomed, is still a battleground. And while you're seeing the Biden campaign here this week, and just a couple of weeks ago, potential Trump VP pick North Dakota Governor Doug Burr was here. He was stumping for Trump. Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, by the way, where President Biden will be later this week, plus Georgia, Nevada, and Arizona are all in play. And some have been seeing some erosion of support. We haven't been able to quantify it, but some polls say that there could be some eroding in other states that could go from toss-up to from leaning Democrat to toss-up after last week's debate performance. So what does all that mean? Well, amid all the talk that Biden should be replaced by some in Democratic circles, fact is that elections aren't won in June or July, and there's a political lifetime between now and November and an untold number of jaw-dropping and unexpected things that may influence the outcome between now and then in this new Wild West version of presidential politics.
Yeah, Rick, and we mentioned the debate, and right after the debate, we talked about if there was an effort to replace Biden, what would that look like? If it isn't even possible, you kind of shot it down. But now, since the weekend and into this week, boy, that talk has really ramped up. Where do you stand on that now?
It has. Biden was on a conference call with nervous Democratic governors today. I still think it's a long shot, and here's why. The way to make that happen is you have to somehow convince President Biden to step aside, relinquish his delegates. We have been told, the Bidens have said publicly, and we are told in private, they're even more strident, that is not going to happen. If that doesn't happen, the other possibility is you go into the convention and you open it up, you challenge the election. If he doesn't relinquish his delegates, then you go in and fight for him. If they did something like that, that would make the Democratic convention of 1968 look like a picnic, because, I mean, that would just be an absolute mess. The only way it could happen, and I want to tell you a quick thought that I don't have completely run through my mind yet, but I was just talking to a colleague. I thought if this was going to happen, it would happen sooner rather than later. They need time. My colleague said, maybe, but maybe they wait until after the Republican convention, so the Republican convention isn't full of all of the chatter about somehow changing the ticket. I still think it's a long shot. Don't think it's going to happen. But the talk, as you say, Brian, is out there, and I heard a lot of it today.
Rick, thank you.
Thanks, Rick. The First Lady's visit had a lot of school teachers in Middleville excited, and Newsay's Megan Bunchman talked to them about her visit and message.
The First Lady Jill Biden was in town today to talk about nutritional summer lunches, and one school teacher that we spoke with says he's happy about it.
Mark Sharp says he knows all too well just how important a healthy, nutritional meal is, specifically for kids in communities that have a lot of young students relying on free and reduced lunch during the school year.
Just to make sure that it fills that gap with a lot of kids that don't have the ability to access food during the daytime that they would normally get during the school year.
Sharp says he's excited the First Lady decided to visit Middleville, adding that a lot of elections, specifically in Michigan, are decided by small-town voters.
For more information on Jill Biden's visit today in West Michigan, head on over to our website, woodtv.com. In Middleville, I'm Megan Bunchman, News 8.